Today we are talking about communication strategy. What does that mean? Whenever you have a startup, you'll have three types of communications. You to a team member, you to all your team members, and the team members within themselves, one-on-one. Today we're going to explore how to optimize these three types of communications to assure success in your startup and your enterprise. Let's go. Most of the people on your team join because they believe in you. When it comes to one-on-one communication, that's not too difficult. It becomes a little bit more difficult when you start addressing the whole team together. It gets even harder when you're trying to establish communication that do not involve you. If you have a front-end developer, a back-end developer, and a UI UX designer, you need these three people to talk like they're the best friends in the world. But they're not going to want to do that. Surprisingly enough, these people are going to be shy, they're going to be awkward, and they're going to be kind of scared to talk to each other. Most often you'll have one of them that is very extroverted, one of them is going to be super introverted, and the other one's going to be kind of like in the middle. How to create rapport, then? Here's the key. Communication is a byproduct. It's not a product, it's a byproduct of connection and trust and rapport. So when you're trying to make your team communicate better, you're not trying to force them to talk to each other. That's going to do absolutely nothing. You're trying to make them connect with each other and trust each other and share a common vision. Go see my video on mission and vision and leadership. That's really going to serve you here. There's a couple prerequisites to be able to have a strong communication within your team. One is going to be that you brought these people in not for money, but because you're working on something that is important, that will impact the world, and they're excited about it. Now, you're going to be able to use this common point to engage the relationship that these people are going to have with each other. One easy way to start creating connections within these people is to give them tasks where they have to work closely with one another. This could be a task that has to do with a project, or even just a sort of a placebo task that really requires like hand-on-hand teamwork just to create some relationship in between them. If you don't have a communication that is strong between your front end, your back end, and your design guy, it's over. You have no chances of creating a product that's revolutionary. It's going to be up to you as a leader to not ask them to communicate, but to unite them through a vision and excitement so that they understand that the more that they connect with one another, the better and easier it's going to be for us to achieve the goal that we all seek. If you're hosting a meeting with all your team and nobody's raising questions, trust and connection is your focus. Communication is just the fruit that comes out of that. You have to find common interests within your team. If two people play chess, make them play chess against each other. If two people are both interested in Web3, make these two people head of Web3 research and give them tasks that they have to work together and report to the team. People are going to be shy, or some people are going to take too much space. It is your job to protect the people within your team that are more introverted and shy, that when they raise up a point, which means they've already went through a lot of fear. If somebody's introverted and shy and they speak in front of everybody, they've overcame a barrier to participate in the project. It is your goal to protect them. Make sure nobody talks over them. If somebody talks over them within the meeting, that you ask them to wait and let them finish, and that you really protect them. And the worst you could do is you yourself talking over there. You'll destroy their confidence. And so it's important that you shut down the people that talk a bit too much and you enable the people that don't talk enough in a way that is not disrespectful. I shared a book yesterday called Non-Threatening Communication that will help you out to do that. The ultimate goal we have here is we're looking to create a team of 5-6 people through networking. See my video on networking. Through hiring. See my video on hiring. Through co-founders. I have a video on that also. We're trying to create a team of 5 or 6. Hopefully you already have 2 to 3 people on your team. Now you have to create bonds within them. One thing that can help, if you have a right-hand man, meaning if you have somebody within your team that is on the same level as you, he understands the mission better, the vision, make it that you guys do a little bit of a good cop, bad cop type of scenario. where one of you is really more critical, raising the standards, focusing on execution. One of you is more liked and focusing on communication, teamwork, and team bonding. That could be a good way to split it up. We're going to have to let down our guards and our egos and our defensiveness and our shyness. You're going to have to explain to your team that, unfortunately for us, because we've chosen a goal that is so impactful, we don't have the privilege to be shy or to have ego and not communicate effectively. Communication within your team is going to make you win or it's going to make you lose. If you have no communication within your programmers, it's mission impossible. Ultimately, it's going to come down to how much you as a leader can break down your guards, break down your ego, get rid of your shyness, and communicate from your heart to your team. You're the one that sets the bar. The more you communicate with your heart, the more your team is going to be allowed to do the same. If your team sees you strong, vulnerable, honest, then they have something to mirror. And they're going to be able to do the same within the team. Make your team feel important. Make every member feel important one-on-one. And you'll allow them to communicate strongly with each other. And be a leader. Open up, man. Let down your guards. This is your team. Be yourself. Communication comes down to how much people are comfortable with being themselves. And everybody's scared to communicate. Everybody had bad experience when they said something in their family or whatever and they got shut down. And so they got to feel like, man, in this startup, in this project, I can be myself. And whenever I have something on my mind, I can just say it. And if it's stupid, people let me know. But it's not like there's more consequences than that. And if I say something good, I'm heavily rewarded for it. And so it's just a win-win for me to communicate. That's the feeling you got to establish within your team. If you're able to do that, you're going to succeed 100%, man. You got this. Learn to communicate. Find team building activities and go crush it. I'll see you tomorrow. We only got 5 days left. Let's go.
You look so sweet and you're so goddamn fine. Oh, I want